All right, so this is something I don't usually do ever, is try and get on the Peloton while I'm recording. But I'm doing something weird because I'm just trying to create content, just like as much content as I can, which is strange. Why? Well, there are many reasons why. I can kind of go into that. But I'm trying to hit two birds with one stone here, so we'll see even if it's worthwhile. So I think like many people, or like most people, we're trying to provide for our family, for the loved ones, for ourselves, for our family, for our friends. And even one step further is for the world. And I think the one that should be closest is for God. So, I guess this is my attempt at being super, super, super real with the camera in my journey and what I'm seeing. So I'm just going to start it off like this is an interesting little video here that I'm making. But what I do every morning, or what I try to do every morning, is just think or listen to my thoughts. And it started from this book that really impacted me, The Writer's Journey, I believe, by Julia Cameron. And if you follow me, or if you keep following me, this might sound like a broken record because it is so important to me, this book. It has changed my life for sure. And it's simple. The idea is simple. It's just when you wake up, and I don't do this religiously the way that it says in the book, and I'm sure there are a lot of benefits. And I used to do it more religiously, but I've kind of tweaked it in my own way that fits in my lifestyle. But the idea is when you wake up, you open up a journal or a notebook or whatever, and you just write 3 pages. And in my mind, how I interpret that is I'm essentially praying. It's became a spiritual practice for me. And she has a bunch of really great mantras too. I have them on my phone as reminders to repeat every day and read. And of course, I show up maybe once a month to those reminders. It's interesting how I can set myself up for a really good life, but then I'll wake up and it's a new day and I kind of forget of the foundation of where I'm coming from. Something I'm working on. But anyway, this is just going to lead into what I'm doing here and what I'm speaking about right now, because this is very raw, unfiltered things, or something that I do every day, but maybe only a few people that know me actually know that I do this every day. So I'm kind of sharing it. But it's essentially just opening up an app, the Voice Memos app, and talking for 12 to 15 minutes because what I how it kind of evolved into this voice memo is, so there's 3 pages of writing, unadulterated, just whatever comes to your head, you just write it down. And I did that for a while, but for some reason my hand hurt because I never used to write that much. Or I think in this day and age, we just don't write as much. We do the digital typing, or, now it's the texting, or what I like most, speaking. So how I converted it first was, well, I'm just going to create a Word document on my computer and I'll just type. And I figured out, like, okay, so I've been doing this writing for a while, average about, 15 words per line. And then how many lines was I writing when I was doing the 3 pages? So how many words does it need to be? And then I figured, okay, well, it's 3,000 words or 1,000 words. I'm not really sure at the moment. It's been a couple years. And then from there, I then figured, okay, well, if I use this font, this size of font, then it's 3 pages. So it's like the same amount of characters as if I would have handwritten it. Cool. I did that for a while, and it transformed my life in immeasurable ways. So I'm grateful for that. But as of recently, of course, with, you know how it goes sometimes when you find something that really, really works for you, you do it and your life is just great. But then somehow, like, life can get in the middle. Life got in the middle, right? And I dropped one of the most amazing habits, which was that. But with the help of my coach too, I have a coach, and I recommend coaches. Real people. I came back to just writing, just like, even if it was like 5 minutes a day, even if it was like 1 minute a day, just get that habit going. So I got that habit going. And then, I thought, what would 3 pages be if I was just to speak it? And then I asked ChatGPT, because I ChatGPT AI everything as my companion. It's not my final thought ever. Don't trust AI whole and completely. It hallucinates. At least now. I think it will get better though, but it's not going to have that human element. But anyway, I asked it, what would that mean? Well, okay, so if I was to write 3 pages or speak 3 pages, it would be about 12 to 15 minutes of talking. So I guess that's what I'm doing right now, but I don't even know if this is actually working, because I think I'm put on the camera here, and I'm telling a story about something that is meaningful in my life. And generally, when you have those unadulterated thoughts to no one or not a camera, like I do with voice memos, I don't have any intention to share that. That's where the magic really happens, because you can be crazy honest. And not that I can't be honest with the camera. It's just something like when you get the camera rolling, my brain isn't going in that direction that it would go if I didn't have the camera on. So that's kind of where I'm at here. And I'm not trying to make these really, really long videos. I'm not really sure I want to like put my journal on here like this. Maybe I will. It's just free thought. Really just trying to be authentic, honest, and just trying to reach people that, well, one, have love in their heart and that want to share their art to the world. Being positive is a big thing, but it's not the full story. So being authentic, real is important. And I've been so good at, I think, bringing my positive self forward. And I think that's something that is really needed in this world, especially when you're dialoguing with others. Sharing that love and being that high energy, I think, helps in those sort of situations. But it's draining. People need real connection. And I'm trying to be honest and real, but also uplifting as well. Because generally that's what I want to be to the world. And I guess I'm grateful for people who are seeing this and liking it, sharing it. I'm not like pushing to get really big, but I think like many creators or people in this world, what they're really trying to do is provide for themselves, their family. And I want to do that, but I also want to glorify God. It's been challenging for me. To share that. But it's my purpose. So I have to. It's what I have become right now. And there's a full journey, there's a full story. And I've written it in song. I'm working on recording it and sharing the whole journey, all the colors of my life, how I got to be here. But it's all unfolding slowly with me interacting with a camera. The thing is, I teach people how to do this, but I don't do it myself as often as I should, which it makes me feel like an imposter sometimes. But the thing is, I'm not an imposter. It's the craziest thing. And I don't think you're an imposter either. I think if we really set our minds to who and what we want to do and we move towards that a little bit every day, like, you're not an imposter. I don't even know how I got to that. But anyway, that's the beginning. I'm going to stop this video here, and I want it to be real and raw. I ain't going to cut it up. I'm just going to have it up. I don't know how long it's going to be up, but I hopefully it connects with somebody. If it doesn't, that's fine too. It's helped me, but I hope it helps you. So go out there, spread your love.